south, there was this fella I want to tell you about. A fella by the name of Alex. At least that was the handle his loving parents gave him. But he never had much use for it himself. Well, he called himself Super Danger. Now, Super Danger, that's a name no one was self-applied where I come from. But then there was a lot about Super Danger that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And a lot about where he lived likewise. But then again, maybe that's why I found the place so darned interesting. They call Nashville Music City. I didn't find it to be that exactly, but I'll allow there are some musical folks there. Now this here storm about to unfold took place back in late 24. Just about the time people started to argue about tone woods and modelers again. I only mention it because sometimes there's a man. I won't say hero, because what's a hero? Sometimes there's a man, well, he's the man for his time and place. He fits right in there. But this story ain't just about him. It's about old Super Danger and his buddies. It's been said there are three things that grow more precious with age. Old wood to burn, old books to read, and old friends to enjoy. And as we're about to see, Super Danger and his buddies are about to have their first big test.
Cosmo, so many others, you've underestimated me. For I am cunning, I am ruthless. I am...
Knight to A7. Checkmate.
What?
I got our new sponsor.
How?
Oh, you're gonna love it. This new tech music company is gonna be the next big thing.
Well, wait a second. I didn't sign off on any of this. And since when do you have control over the sponsors?
Since you decided to drive this business into the ground, it falls upon me to right this ship.
Oh, okay. You think you can do a better job than me?
Oh, I know I could. This brand is gonna pay us $5 for every customer they get from our studio.
What kind of product is this?
I told you, it's AI. Tech. It's the next big thing, an AI instrument cable.
AI cable? That is the dumbest idea I've ever heard of.
Well, if I'm dumb, how come I'm the only one trying to save our studio?
Universal Industries, AI cable, powering up.
Alright, how do I connect my Fitbit?
Goldie, turn it off! Goldie, turn it off, Goldie! Goldie!
Stop yelling in my ear, Cosmo. I'm trying to figure out this thing. Settings. Auto insert. Perfect.
Auto insert engaged.
Goldie, it's trying to jack into his optic canal. Quick, save him!
Oh, whoa! Come on. Come on, can't turn this thing off! Come on.
Google camera.
This, maybe this. Finally settings.
Quick, there's not much time! Come on. Got it!
Powering off. Goodbye.
Okay, now that we know it works, let's get the camera set up. I'm imagining a wide sweeping shot.
A sweeping shot? This thing almost killed me!
And think how entertaining that would have been if you stayed in frame. Now we gotta set it all up again.
You know, I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of your attitude. I'm sick of your stupid sponsors. Every one of your ideas has been a complete disaster.
Disaster? How dare you? I am the only thing keeping this place afloat. Ask anyone out there why they come to view our videos. It's cause of one thing, me. I am the best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh, really? Well, since you got here, my guitar was possessed by a demon. I got fired from my band. I was trapped inside a TV. I was kidnapped by an international organization, and a wizard tried to steal my soul.
Oh, you're gonna hold all that against me, huh? Just because you're failing as a studio and a musician, it doesn't mean it's my fault.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I wish I never wished you alive.
Huh? I'm leaving, and I'm not coming back.
Goldie, wait.
Anthony walks in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leon is ignored at the door. She says, "Sonny, move on to the by now. Yeah, who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time. That's what you're all about. My money, that's nothing now. Moving out. I'm moving out. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no.
This video is brought to you by Sweetwater. Sweetwater.com offers a massive selection from boutiques to bestsellers. All the gear in the video today will be listed below, like these mini pedals from MXR. Get personalized gear advice and live support from gear experts. Sweetwater offers fast, free shipping, a free 2-year warranty, and payment options for every budget. To find out more, go to www.sweetwater.com.
Welcome to Super Danger Studios.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. We're here about the job posting.
Hey guys, thanks for coming in to the studio. Appreciate that. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Duke, and this is my cousin Timmy. He doesn't talk much on account of a condition he's been afflicted with, but he's a strong worker, and he sure won't complain.
It sounds great. Do you guys have experience with this kind of environment?
We've been on boards all over the country, from the studio to the stage. Ugh! Took the words right out of my mouth, Timmy. Like he said, we're just looking for some honest work with a committed guitarist.
Sure, yeah, no, we got a lot of work coming too. So videos, we got live shows, all sorts of stuff.
Let's get to know each other better through a series of icebreakers. Yes, they do this a lot in corporate environments.
If you don't mind me saying, we'd prefer to get right to work. Couldn't have said it better myself, Timmy. We prefer to let our tones do the talking. We're much for chit-chatting the day away.
Right, yeah, let's get to work. Cosmo, let's save those games for another time.
You love these games. You picked them yourself.
Yeah, I know, but let's just not do that right now. Guys, why don't you get set up on the board, and I'll just talk with Cosmo here real quick.
Come on, Timmy.
They seem pretty good, right?
Yes, they seem to be very focused. But do you think they'll be a good fit for our more unorthodox work environment?
No, see, you're not thinking about this right. With Goldie gone, we can finally get some real work done, right? More videos, better sponsors. No more dangerous, freaky things happening in here, right? This is good.
I see.
What?
Well, I suppose I was holding out hope that you two would reconcile your differences. I hate to see friendships end like this.
Listen, he made his choice. Goldie left us. And we have to move on too. And he was never my friend. He's just a pedal. And the sooner that we're okay with that, the smoother this transition is gonna be. Got it?
Understood.
I'll see you after the show.
Break a leg.
You know you've made it when you're able to clone your own pedal and still not have enough for the market, right? Analogman made the King of Tone massively popular, probably an 8-year, 9-year waiting list, 10 years maybe, but the market still wanted more, right? More from poor Analogman. So he goes, okay, let me make some more. I'll make some clones of my own pedal with MXR. And it sounds awesome. Paul Cochran too, he made the Tim pedal, right? Hugely popular pedal on so many pro records, on so many pro boards out there, and yet still the market wants more. Let's make a smaller version of it. Now, I will say, these are two massive pedals, right? They're two dual size pedals, sometimes even a little bit bigger than dual. So this size, that's doable, right? How can all that tone come from that little box? But they did it. I don't know how, but the engineers worked with these guys and made a fantastic sounding pedal. I'm not going to A-B to the original because that's not what the point is. The point is, what kind of great sounds can you get out of these two overdrive pedals? Now, there's one thing I want to talk about, which is the word transparent. I'm dumb, right? It takes me a long time to understand concepts and understand language, at least in the way that people use it. So when I heard transparent overdrives, like when I heard that a long time ago, I thought, oh, like, can you not hear it? Because in my mind, I'm thinking transparent. That means you can't see it, or rather, in this case, you couldn't hear it. But really what it means is it's not trying to shape your amp tone. But I want to hear the DNA of the pedal. So like I got confused. Really what I think transparent means is that it doesn't affect your low end and high end EQ, right? Am I wrong? Because like I don't think it actually means transparent. I think it means EQ transparent. And I think really it just means not a tube screamer, which also I love tube screamers. I know a lot of people like to hate on tube screamers. That's like a very popular thing. I've never had any problem with them. They do a certain sound, and when I want that sound, it sounds awesome. These two are also billed as transparent. And I'm just here to say that I don't know what transparent means, but I love the sounds of these pedals. I'm just not gonna use the word transparent in this video because I think it's confusing to me. Duke of Tone is a small version of the Prince of Tone, which itself is a small version of the King of Tone, which itself is a version of a Blues Breaker, which itself is a version of the Blues Breaker amp. Have I lost you yet? Okay, so there's 3 settings. There's a boost, there's an overdrive, and there's a distortion. The overdrive mode has soft clipping, so there's a little bit of compression, a little bit of grit. The boost is the loudest version in the middle, and then distortion mode is hard clipping, much grittier, much more compressed, and a little bit of boost in volume. So the quietest one is overdrive, then distortion, and then boost, which is actually very loud, which you'll hear. The Duke of Tone also takes 18 volts as well, adds more headroom. It doesn't really change the tone sound, but it adds more headroom, adds more volume. But that's not what we're looking for right now because I got a boost pedal. So I'm looking to use this in conjunction with the boost pedal, right? So we're gonna boost my amp. We're going into a Tone King Gremlin combo. I got an SM57 on it, and I'm using the Telecaster. Turn up that tone. See how bright we can make it. The thing I love about King of Tone style pedals, and obviously this is a King of Tone style pedal, is that the tone knob really just adds more bite, but it doesn't get, like it's still pretty good sound, right? I mean, that's tone all the way up, right? Still sounds great. This is a pedal though, in my experience, this is not a quiet pedal. If you play it through a quiet amp, it doesn't really sound great. It sounds fine. I mean, there's very few pedals that sound great through a quiet amp, but this pedal, if you plug into a loud amp, it sounds really good, okay? Now we're into distortion. You can hear that hard clipping, right? It's really gritty, right? I love that sound, but that's a very, like, I would never call that transparent though. And again, it's nothing wrong with that term, but like, you can hear a King of Tone style pedal. And I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing to know what the DNA of that pedal is. What's it gonna do to your rig? It's that gritty, it's got that like Marshall buzzsaw kind of kerrang sound that I love, but it's not transparent. That is not a transparent. Let me show you the boost channel. So you have that trademark bite and grit, but that's probably the most transparent it's gonna get, and it doesn't really add gain that much. That's very clearly a boost side, right? So if you're just looking for a fun boost, that can do it too. But I wouldn't get this pedal to be a boost, man, because I want this pedal, like I'm gonna do a drive sound. And I think the overdrive is probably the best sounding one there is. Now, theoretically, you could buy two of these, make your own King of Tone, side by side. And now you got a stew going, as Carl Weathers would say. So I just wanna boost into, I'm gonna overdrive the amp a little bit and then show you kind of what it does to that. I'm on the rhythm side of the Tone King now. It's got a much more rough sound. Listen to this. Yeah. It's boosted. So when you're going into an overdriven amp, you want to make sure you're not overloading the input stage. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you want to push the front of your amp. But like, there's sometimes you push it too much, and amp doesn't want to go like that. The amp doesn't want to be like that. What I think this pedal is great at, though, is going into just like a slightly crunchy amp, like this, and then using your volume to roll up and roll out of solos, right? The Timmy is different, right? The Timmy's got a less specific overdrive sound. And the 3 different modes are, I think, like a lot different than the 3 different modes on a Duke of Tone. On the Duke of Tone, I feel like it's like low gain, medium gain, high gain. But on the Timmy, I really feel like it's like 3 different, really different EQs. One quick thing to note about the Timmy, the bass knob on it is pre-overdrive, and the treble knob is post-overdrive, which is cool. So if you don't want a lot of bass to be in your overdrive sound, obviously you turn down the bass. And these are also cut. They're not additive EQs in any way. So you actually would start like right about here, right? So with bass and treble all the way up, and then you pull back to taste. Again, very unique circuit you'll hear. On the left position, this is asymmetrical clipping. It's got moderate saturation and slight compression. See, now we're getting somewhere. I'm liking that sound for sure. This is the wide open sound. This is the big sound, the middle position. Less saturation, high headroom, right? So you would use the middle position if you're like going drive into it or a boost into it. Middle position if you're like, but if you're using it by itself, probably the left position is where it's at. And then the right position is the most saturation and the least amount of headroom. Right? I like the right position too, man. Let's boost into that. You see what I mean about the Timmy though? Like the style of overdrive that it has, I think is much more in tune with what most people would want out of like just like a nice saturation drive pedal. Whereas the Duke of Tone is for people who want the Duke of Tone, the King of Tone sound, right? There's a very specific blues breaker style sound that comes out of that. So it really just depends on, like, do you like all kinds of ice cream or do you like Rocky Road? Because like I love Rocky Road, but not everyone likes it. And I'm willing to accept that. The world does not agree with me on everything. So, but like the Timmy is like, I'm an ice cream fan in general. I love the Timmy. The Timmy's a great sound, but it's like, I wouldn't be able to categorize that on like, oh, that's definitely a Tim. Actually, that's not true. Some feedback now. I mean, that rocks, man. Like the sound of the Timmy is really fun, and the extra EQ shaping is really great too. I mean, again, the Duke of Tone I think sounds great with the Strat. Hold on, let me show you. So these pedals, like transparent, absolutely not, and that's good, because I want to know like what these pedals are. What are they doing to my tone? Now you can shape it so that they don't really affect your tone that much, but when I use a drive pedal, I want to add that spice, right? If every pedal was transparent, that means every pedal is the same, and I don't want them to be the same, right? I want different flavors that I can add to my creativity, right? When I'm writing, when I'm playing, when I'm tracking, like I want to have these tools at my disposal. So transparent, no. Good pedals, yes. Like these are good. So are they small? Absolutely. Is that good? Probably, yeah. Now I don't have an electrical engineering degree, but I'm always surprised that a little thing can sound as good as a big thing. Again, I'm not a smart guy, so when I see big thing, I think that's good. A big thing is good because I'm getting more of it, and a small thing, I'm getting less of it. But not in this case. A small thing, yet with a big sound. You get all the things that you want, and a little bit more. So now I got it plugged into the PRS HDRX 20, which is their like Marshall style, and that's going into an aux stomp, which has got a 4x12 setting on right now. Because sometimes pedals work better with like a Marshall style setup, a Fender style setup, a Vox style setup. And what I've experienced in the past is that a King of Tone and a Bluesbreaker kind of pedal sounds great into a Marshall. It sounds good in front of a Fender, but it really pairs well in front of a Marshall. So let's check that out. Add more tone there. That sounds a lot smoother than in front of that Tone King, right? Oh, that sounds really good. So a lot brighter there, right? The distortion side didn't sound as great in front of the Tone King, but in front of this PRS, man, sounds good. Middle, this is like the boost. Okay, so Timmy in front of a Marshall style amp, insane. That sounds great. I knew I was gonna like the Ducatone because I've played Bluesbreaker style pedals before. I love them. I know exactly what they do and what they sound good with, but I had no idea I was gonna like the Timmy this much. You and I are trying to figure out what pedal we want, right? I'm playing this video, I'm trying to figure it out. You're watching and listening, so you're trying to figure it out too, right? We're in this journey together. Some joker is gonna comment down here saying, the gear doesn't matter. The player matters. To which I reply, if there's no gear, what happens to that player? What does he play? Or if there's gear that he doesn't like, is he going to play well? Or if there's gear that doesn't resonate with him, is he going to play well? And then these guys will invariably chime in, all I need is my 59 Les Paul and my 57 Tweed Deluxe. I'm like, oh, okay, got it. So all you need is your $20,000 guitar and your $10,000 amp. Got it. Okay. So you have your perfect gear. I'm happy for you. But
Welcome to Super Dangerous. Goldie! Goldie! Ha ha! My prayers have been answered. You returned. Oh, I can't wait to find out what you've been up to. Well, I can't wait to cook you a new shepherd's pie.
Yeah, don't get used to it. I'm just picking up a few things I left behind, and, who are those guys?
Yes, those are the two new mini pedals that we are interviewing for your former position.
Well, you must be Goldie. My name's Duke, and this is Timmy. I heard a lot of funny stories about you.
Well, I've heard nothing about you. Cosmo, what gives? I'm gone for a day, and you guys already move on?
Well, it appears to be a trial period for now. I'm not quite sure about the employment laws in this country.
Now, hold on there, partner. We ain't replacing anything. We're just two hard-working
Spare
pedals.
me the fake modesty, Duke. I've seen guys like you replace pedals all over town, so you get one thing straight. I ran this place, and soon I'll run this city, because no one can do what I do.
Be careful there, Goldie. You're walking a mighty fine line right now.
In fact, how about we settle this pedal to pedal? Loser leaves the studio.
Exactly my thoughts, Timmy. He's getting a little too big for his britches.
Gentlemen, please, if you'll hear me out, let's take a deep breath together and we'll realize that this is a huge misunderstanding.
Ready when you are, kid.
Just wait. I'll tear you apart.
What is that noise?
No wonder he fired you, Goldie. You're like a wild dog, a maniac.
Well, what do you expect, Duke? I'm a fuzz pedal.
Are you hearing this?
Take that. Come on.
Guys, stop. Goldie, Duke, come on, take it easy. Stop.
Let me at him. I'll tear him limb from limb. I'll brutalize him.
Sorry, Mr. Danger, but I won't stand for a loudmouthed, mean-spirited little punk acting like someone licked the red off all his candy.
I don't even know what that means, but it makes me even angrier.
Come on, I'll take you on again. Okay, let's
Hey,
do it
come
again.
on, stop it. That's enough. Duke, can you give us like 5 minutes, man?
Exactly my thoughts. I don't know how anyone can put up with a pedal like that.
Yeah, go flip some dip switches over there.
So, you back?
Just to get my stuff.
Oh.
Why? Is there something you want to talk about?
No, nothing I want to say. Is there anything you want to say to me?
You know me. I say what's on my mind. No filter.
Okay.
I can't believe you already replaced me.
Replace you? You left.
Because you said you wish I was never wished to life.
No, I
was wrong. I was wrong for saying that. I was just so frustrated with the studio and the channel, and nearly getting choked to death really kind of just pushed me over the edge. It's no excuse for what I said, though. I didn't mean it, but I'm sorry.
Well, good. You should be sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, you're still leaving?
Yeah, there's no room for me here. 2 new mini pedals? Where am I supposed to go? Listen, my Uber's waiting outside, so if you don't mind me...
Just wait right there. I'll be right back.
All right. Wow. This is beautiful. You bought a house for me?
Well, I bought it for my kids years ago, but they don't use it anymore, so I figured, you could stay in the house until, you know what your next moves are going to be.
This is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Well, just nice to have you back.
You missed me, huh?
Yeah, sure. I missed you a little bit.
You love me, don't you?
I don't love you.
Come on, you can say it.
Good night, Goldie.
Sergeant O'Leary's walking the beat, and night it becomes a bartender. He works a Mr. Catchy Toys down a Southern Street, across from the medical center. Yeah, he's trading in a Chevy for a Cadillac. You want to know by now. If he can't drive with a broken back, at least he can polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh no. Yeah, you should